Hello chess friends! In this video I will show you a spectacular game that was played in 1895 in Hastings between Wilhelm Steinitz and Kurt von Bardeleben. So let me first tell you a little bit about Steinitz. He was the first world chess champion from 1886 to 1894, and he was one of the most influential players in chess history, in a view that before him it was believed that the only way to play chess was to develop your pieces and start attacking your opponent as soon as possible. He was the first player who introduced positional style of play, with elements such as pawn structure, space, outpost for knights, the advantage of two bishops, and the others, which was to become the basics of modern chess. This game is a perfect example where Steinitz already understood all the positional concepts mentioned earlier and still used his great dynamic ability and tactical vision to punish opponents' weak play. The game started with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, Italian opening, c3, knight f6, d4, e takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b4 check, knight c3. And black already played a slight inaccuracy d5 move. Best move for black was knight takes e4, and after castling, knight takes c3, b takes c3, bishop takes c3 would actually be a huge mistake, because after queen b3, if black takes on e1, white sacrifices his rook but gets unstoppable attack on the black king. After bishop take f7 check, king f8, bishop g5. Only move for black to save his queen is knight e7. If black would try something like knight takes d4, white has queen a3 check and he takes black queen on the next move. And after rook e1, black loses his queen. Instead, black should have played d5 move, and after rook e1 check, bishop e7, bishop d3, here white has a compensation for a pawn, but the position is equal. In the game, after e takes d5, knight takes d5, castles, bishop e6, white played bishop g5. White is developing and at the same time gaining tempo by attacking black queen. Bishop e7, bishop takes d5, bishop takes d5, knight takes d5, queen takes d5, bishop takes e7, knight takes e7, rook e1. The result after the opening is clear. White is much better because he controls the e-file and prevents black from castling. Black played f6. The only chance is to try to put his king to safety and connect his rooks. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have enough time to do that. After queen e2, queen d7, rook ac1, c6, white played d5 move. All of white pieces are ready to open up the position, so Steinitz immediately does that, for a cost of a pawn. C takes d5, knight d4, threatening knight f5, so black needs to move his king. King f7, knight e6, rook h to c8. Black thought that now after he connected his rooks, he might survive, but Steinitz found queen g4, threatening queen takes g7 and queen f8 mate, so black doesn't have time for rook takes c1. Black played g6, and now Steinitz played knight g5 check. The only move to save the queen is king e8. Now Steinitz found an amazing blow. It's the move rook takes e7 check. Black played king f8, because after he would take with queen, queen takes e7, after rook takes c8, rook takes c8, queen takes c8, queen d8, after exchange of queens, white would be a piece up. Believe it or not, after king f8 move, it is not so simple for white. His queen is hanging and he can take black queen because of rook takes c1 mate. And if he moves his queen to defend c1 rook, then black will take the rook on e7 and be an exchange up. Steinitz found an amazing rook f7 move, and black again needs to play king g8, because if he would take it with his queen, then again on c8 the rook is hanging. So after rook takes c8, rook takes c8, queen takes c8, we have the same variation as the last. Now after king g8, Steinitz's next move is again pretty amazing. rook to g7 check. Black played king h8 since white rook is once again untouchable, as after king takes g7, queen is hanging with a check. And again, black can't take the rook on g7 with his queen, because again rook on c8 is hanging. And if black would play king f8, white would take on h7 with his knight, and the only move for black is to take the rook on g7 with his king, and then again white takes the queen on d7 with check. After king h8, Steinitz played rook takes h7 check, and the story goes that after this move his opponent left the room and didn't come back. Steinitz waited for an hour, and when his opponent's time on the clock ran out, he claimed the win, and showed to other participants of the tournament the following mate in 9. If you want to, you can pause the video and try to find it yourself. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Okay, I'm spoiling the solution in 3, 2, 1. After king g8, white would play rook g7 check, and after king h8, queen h4 check, king takes g7, queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check, king e7, queen g7 check, king e8, queen g8 check, king e7, queen f7 check, king d8. If black played queen d6, after queen f6 check, queen e6, queen takes e6, and after queen f8 check, queen e8, knight f7 check, king d7, queen d6, it's checkmate. I hope you like this video. It's a beautiful game, and it is so impressive for me that it was played in 1895. It just shows how much Steinitz was ahead of his time. This is all for now. Let me know in the comments if you want more content like this. Take care, everyone.